Chapter 6. How does the NPRC make reports and recommendations? According to the Constitution, the NPRC is required to produce yearly reports. The NPRC Act provides that Parliament can request the NPRC to produce any other reports that it finds necessary. Additionally, the NPRC can submit further reports to the Parliament on its own initiative. Reports submitted through the responsible minister must be presented to the Parliament within 10 days of the sitting of Parliament from the date the minister has received them. In 30 days from the day the reports are supposed to be presented to Parliament, the NPRC is obliged to make public such reports. Each report of the NPRC must have a specific chapter on gender. After 18 months, the Commission will be obliged to make public information pertaining to its business. Recommendations. The NPRC can use those reports to make its recommendations. Within 6 months after the NPRC's annual report has been presented in Parliament, the Minister is obliged to respond to such a report indicating which recommendations of the Commission government intends to implement and the way such implementation will take place. The Minister will also be expected to indicate which recommendations the government intends not to implement and the reasons for such non-implementation. Within 15 days of the Minister's report, Parliament must debate that report. The NPRC only makes recommendations. It does not make the law. According to the Constitution, the NPRC recommends Parliament to make legislation to ensure that assistance, including documentation, is rendered to persons affected by conflicts, pandemics, or other circumstances. The NPRC Act envisages other contents and recommendations that can be included in the NPRC reports. The complete list is as follows. A. The nature and extent of the NPRC investigations and its principal findings arising therefrom, or B. The nature, extent, and consequences of the conflict found by the NPRC to be in existence, or appropriate recommendations for the peace-building measures, or a comprehensive strategy for incorporating a gender perspective in conflict prevention, management, and resolution and peace-building measures, or E. A summary of all its recommendations to prevent, manage, or resolve the conflict, or appropriate steps for the maintenance and promotion of peace, whether the conflict in question is specifically attributable to any identifiable practice, custom, law, or other impediment prejudicial to the peace-building exercise, or to the absence of any law, or to any deficiency in the law, or what legislative, administrative, or other practical reforms, if any, should be taken to prevent, manage, or resolve the conflict in question, or any other work that the NPRC has undertaken during the period under review, or any other matter or consideration it deems fit to bring to the attention of Parliament. Summary box. The NPRC produces compulsory yearly reports on its full operations and activities. The reports are presented to Parliament. Apart from the yearly reports, best practices require the NPRC to produce a final report at the close of its work, containing a consolidation of its work, its operation, in relation to its mandate, its findings and recommendations. The NPRC does not make law, but it can only recommend the making of law and other initiatives to Parliament.